Can you believe it's Sundance already?
I can't believe it's 2021 already.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back this year. Couldn't be more excited. Our fifth time, fifth?
Yeah, fifth time. Since we're in LA, the one time we wear our snow jackets and snow boots is for Sundance. And so not getting it out of storage and literally dusting off the sleeves is going to be kind of sad.
I kind of want to wear it like while I'm watching a movie just to feel like I'm there. Cause yeah,
I know.
this is where I'll be seeing my movies right here on this computer and through viewing links.
I'm really excited because I was going through a lot of the movies yesterday, making our list of like what we wanted to see. And we're seeing about 17 movies so far. Do you have a most anticipated movie?
One that I am excited to see is a movie called We're All Going to the World's Fair. I think it's supposed to be some sort of mixed media movie, but I know that the music is going to be scored by Alex G. Recently went by Sandy Alex G, but he's a rocker, he's a musician, he's doing the original music for this movie, first time composing for a film, and he writes weird alt folk music, so really looking forward to that one.
There's a lot of really cool composers this year, and I know we're going to make a post about that, kind of compiling all of the people behind the scenes doing the music.
People.
Yes. One of my anticipated ones, which kind of is in the same music realm, is On the Count of Three, and it stars Christopher Abbott, which he is our Sundance darling. But on the music supervision side is actually my friend Rob Lowry, who's done a lot of really cool TV shows, and he's just doing a ton of stuff. And so he is the music soup on this movie, and based on his past work, I know this is going to be really cool.
There's a movie called Cryptozoo, which I think is about a zoo that, I think it's about a zoo that has imaginary animals that live there, that are kept there. Again, I think another mixed media and kind of psychedelic.
So there's a documentary actually called Homeroom. It follows a senior class in Oakland dealing with exams, graduation, all through the 2020 pandemic. Another one on the music side, my friend Dan Romer, he did the music for it, and he also composed the music for Wendy that played last year. So he's kind of a Sundance kid too.
Oh, I have a ticket to see the Sparks Brothers documentary about, I guess, a little known bands called the Sparks Brothers. I'm kind of familiar with them, but actually I think they're just called Sparks. They are one word, Sparks, so I already don't know anything about them. I've heard maybe a few of their songs, maybe on KCRW, and what's super cool about it is this is the first doc that's directed by Edgar Wright. So we're stoked on that. Edgar Wright of Baby Driver, Scott Pilgrim, Shaun of the Dead, on and on. So yeah, super curious to see what he does with the documentary. And he's a big music guy too. He loves putting in great music into great scenes of his movies. And clearly he loves this band. So I'm stoked on this one.
Here's one I think that we both have a ticket to, which is going to be, I think, one of the first movies that we're seeing in the festival lineup, and that's called One for the Road. The real draw here is this film is produced by Wong Kar-wai, which is wild. Any validation from him, I feel like, is a movie worth seeing. So I have high expectations for this one.
Okay, another documentary that I have a ticket to is called A Glitch in the Matrix. So awesome title already. This is the follow-up documentary that the director who made Room 237, the movie about all of the conspiracy theories about The Shining, this is his next film. I can only assume that it talks about, where we're at in this weird digital, perhaps artificial life.
Or is this all a simulation?
Yeah, hopefully I'll get the answer after seeing this movie, because I'd really like to know.
Okay, here's a question. Since we've talked about a couple that are a little more out there, are you partaking in any CBD products while we watch, or?
Oh, you know what? I very well probably will. Because one of the things that's really calmed me down and chilled me out, like during quarantine and during, just like really stressful times, indulging in a little CBD. There's some great CBD companies that are out there, and I'm sure that we'll, love to mention them and mention, some of their products.
The one thing about this year is we're going to be watching these movies for the most part alone, right? Like you'll be there, I'll be here. And movie going and movie watching shouldn't necessarily be a singular experience. Like, you should be watching a movie with other people. So after the movie's done, you turn to your friend or whoever and talk about it, because you can gain new perspectives or come up with random theories. In the place of that, I feel like a CBD or any sort of product, if that opens your mind a little bit more and you can kind of gain other perspectives to a movie that you wouldn't have gotten from just watching it, you know, I don't want to say sober, but alone and just straightforward, I think that would help. So yeah,
Totally.
I'm probably going to be doing the same.
Nice.
Yeah.
Keep an open mind, people. We're here for perspectives. That's what you get with Cinemacy.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah, I think we have a ticket to see In the Earth, which is the latest film from Ben Wheatley. Ben Wheatley most recently directed Rebecca, the Netflix version, which, yeah, we don't have to talk about. It's about a deadly virus that ravages the world.
Oh, fun.
And, yeah, so fun to be had there.
What draws you to a movie like this, being that we are already living in a world where a virus is taking over?
I guess he's offering a lot more visual, like, fun to be had. It's not going to be so depressing and like watching the news. I'm taking a look at the log line. It says it's a stripped down approach that unfolds into a psychedelic kaleidoscope of changing colors, shapes, and sounds that turns the world inside out. Like,
sweet. So CBD is necessary for this one too.
I mean, hey, you're not gonna have to, be on anything, take anything to enjoy this one. This is already just gonna be flying at you.
This one that I'm gonna talk about next is a little bit slower of a pace. It's Robin Wright, the actress Robin Wright, her directorial debut called Land. The logline for this one says it's a woman's search in the aftermath of an unfathomable event for the meaning of life in the vast American wilderness, which does sound a little bit like Nomadland, which I loved. So I'm hoping it's different, just because no one wants a repeat of the same movie over and over. But I'm excited to see Robin Wright's directorial debut. It's cool that she stars in it as well. So she's director, star, and it seems like it's going to be a really chill, meditative watch.
Oh, and another film that I'm excited to see, it's called Wild Indian. It's a drama, maybe a thriller, but looking forward to that one. Of note, that one has a very strong, like, Native American, indigenous peoples presence in the movie. So that's just great to see, because how many movies really sense. So yeah, I think Jesse Eisenberg is like co-stars in it or something. Oh,
and I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah, I think he might be. Maybe he's like the evil white man or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Maybe not use that.
I have this on my list too. I'm very excited to see it because you know this. I don't know if the people at home know this, but I did a 23andMe recently. I am 22% Native American, and it comes from my dad's side. And believe it or not, Ryan and I have the same dad, even though we may not look like it.
Yeah.
But
there's some percentage of that in me too, but I would not be the first to claim. Don't worry, I'm not trying to claim any sort of culture.
I'm not trying to claim either, but knowing that, I feel like it's now my duty to watch these movies and amplify these voices, because I have not that I've necessarily been searching it out either, but I also haven't noticed Native American filmmakers in festival settings. I know with Wild Indian, Sundance was really proud that they included this one because it was made by Indigenous people in front of and behind the camera. I hope that this sets kind of a new precedent that, like, we need more than just one. Okay, and one of the last ones that I think we should talk about was a late addition to the festival lineup, and this is Shaka King's Judas and the Black Messiah. It stars Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield, and it's a political biopic about the inner workings of the Black Panther Party. And apparently there was an FBI informant who was trying to infiltrate their organization. I mean, it's based obviously on a true story, and so it's going to be very powerful, but apparently the performances are just mind-blowing.
I mean, any movie with Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield, actually Get Out. They were both in Get Out, like in that one moment where Lakeith's like, get out, where they're both delivering solid performances and like going for it. I'm there. I'm excited for this one too.
Cool. Yeah, and Sundance starts Next week already?
Yeah, next week, end of January. I mean, I think you can even get tickets just as, general public. So if you're interested in any of these titles or want to learn more, just, go to sundance.com or wherever. It's, going to be more accessible for everyone, not just critics like this year, because it's all online. There's so many more titles. We just touched on like the tiniest little portion.
For a full list of all the movies that we are planning to see, go to cinemacy.com. So next week too, we're also going to be putting out more content in anticipation for the festival, which kicks off on Thursday.
So stick around. I'm excited. You're excited.
Yes.
Put on your parka if you want to. If you wanna.
Oh my God! Stop. Put on your parka if you wanna.
Yeah, that's some good branding. First one's free.
Oh, that's good. All right, cool. I'm excited. Well, have a good rest of the day.
Yeah, you too. And yeah, talk to you later.
Cool. All right. Bye.
Cool. Bye.